All about chemistry. Okay, this is starting to get cringy. I just realized I make cringy videos, but hey, it's good because I make it. What's in the name? Well, names are just chemical symbols like hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, oxygen, carbon, magnesium. All those have reasons why they're called that. Einsteinium is named after Einstein. Fermium is named after fermium, and other elements that are also easy to name and why they're named that way is like americium, curium, berkelium, and Darmstadium. Darmstadium, I just thought about Darth Vader, but then I realized Darmstadt is a real place, and it's the place where Darmstadium was created. Yikes. Oh, and Sun is also another one. It's also pretty good too. And yeah, oxygen just means air in Greek, or is it Latin? Hydrogen just is like that flammable substance, and it's named after a Greek or Greek or Latin word that basically means water, because hydrogen and oxygen react together to make water. Water! Dihydrogen oxide! And yeah, loads of other things are named after stuff too, like Neptunium, plutonium, and like uranium, neptunium, plutonium. They're named after the last two planets and the first dwarf planet ever discovered. Also, you used to say it was the last 3 planets. Nowadays, they figured out that that last 9th planet isn't actually the first dwarf planet, which is kind of annoying too. Why can't scientists just name them right immediately? Now, there are actually different groups about these periodic table elements. In fact, the most common one would be the one that's stuck on my door. It has the hydrogen group, the alkali metals, transition metals, nonmetals, metalloids or poor metals, noble gases, and lanthanides and actinides. But the variation of the periodic table I like is the one with more groups, where instead of the poor metals, and like non-metal stuff, I like to have it like the transition metals, the boron group, the carbon group, the nitrogen group, the oxygen group, the chlorine group, and I mean the halogens and all those kind of things. Those are pretty good too, and those are the ones that I actually prefer to do because it's so organized and they have the same reactivity rate. Well, sort of. They do have the same patterns though. It's like that we actually get all these. Now these aren't named by chance. Unlike what Phil Knight did with one of those first Nike prototype shoes. The thing about this is that in a name, it actually describes the element itself in some ways. Whether it's talking about a property of it, or where you can find it, or where it was created, or who, or a famous scientist, or someone like that, it's pretty good too, because it does explain things. It's because of these names that we can literally have a universal language to each other. One more thing that I have to say is that this periodic table of elements is actually useful another way. Alien language. Now, to talk to each other, you need a common language. A lot of people usually talk to another person by being bilingual, one in their native language, and the other language, and being the person they want to talk to language. However, if alien life, we have no way of knowing that we will have a common language. The only thing that we do know that we'll have is chemistry and an understanding about it. And when we looked at the periodic table, we realized this isn't a way to organize the periodic table. It's the way to organize the periodic table of elements. And with that, if we can just send a layout of how we organize the periodic table of our elements to the outer world, then we'll probably just go ahead and show that we're intelligent species, that we're ready to have communication, that we're sad that we're alone, that we're desperate for a friend. Like a person in solitary confinement for 5 million years, well, almost 5 billion years. Yeah. The element names might be different, but the layout would be the same. That's why we're sending this into space, so that we can go ahead and show ourselves to the world and reveal ourselves. But one of the big problems is, will the aliens be friendly, or will they be harmful, or will we have no idea if they're friendly or harmful? Yeah. And what is in a name? I've already explained to you some origins. Gold is using AU symbol because of aura. It's a Greek word for gold. Silver is just like AG because of a Latin word for silver, Latin or Greek. Mercury is HG because of a Latin and Greek word, and most of these actually come from Latin and Greek. Poor metals, non-metals, halogens, noble gases, lanthanides, actinides, transition metals, alkali metals, and alkaline metals, alkaline earth metals. All those work out well too, because without them, we wouldn't be here. Without these elements, we wouldn't be Stardust. And we may just be the first people in the world to be able to become an interplanetary civilization. Unless someone else already beat us to it. But that's not big of a worry because we care only about us. And that's it. What's the name? That's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hope to see you guys soon. Until next time, Shana, peace. Boo!